The Camino Frances is a pilgrim's trail that starts in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France and ends in the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela in Spain. The total length is 791 kilometres. It was believed that the bones of the Apostle James were interred within the cathedral. In the Middle Ages, pilgrims completed the Camino for spiritual salvation or for penance for sins committed here on earth. Sounds good enough for me, especially the sins bit. And anyway, it can't be that hard to walk 800 kilometres, can it? It's funny, but one of the things you don't realise when you start off on a journey like this is that most of the people who started off at the same time as you will also finish at the same time, and that you will meet some terrific people along the way. When we gathered together at Refuge Orison that night, shared a meal and introduced each other, a bond was created, a bond of shared goals, shared hardship, and shared commitment. The Pyrenees, as brilliant as they were as a backdrop, provided the cement to bind this disparate group of people together. That, and the occasional smelly socks and snoring, and of course, the eternal question, where are the pegs to hang up our clothes? Some days, you know, are just going to be special. This was certainly one of them. The 8-kilometre slog uphill the previous day was soon forgotten in the camaraderie and occasional beer or wine at dinner the night before. But this day For some of us, we would get through to Roncesvalles mostly dry, if battered. For others, the wind gave way to driving rain and hail before they arrived drenched at Albergay Roncesvalles, with tall tales to tell of ponchos taking off into the stratosphere, cyclists blown over, and just relentless wind.
But where were they when all the money's gone? Fake love evaporates like morning dew. The wild wind separates the real from who? From you. I walk through every season on my own. I built my empire out of sweat and bone. They laughed when I was grinding at the start. Now every song I write is in their heart. The wind don't care about your reputation. It levels kings and beggars without hesitation. I learned that early, standing on the edge. The only vow I care was to myself I pledge. So watch me rise, watch me rise.
Did you ever have one of those days? This was one of them. I couldn't get any accommodation in Zubiri, so I decided to cut it short the previous day and stay in Linzuane, which was nice, but it meant that I would have to walk all 28 kilometres to Pamplona the next day because I did have a booking there. No worries. There's a bus from Zubiri and I'll get that. I'm sure they didn't have buses in the Middle Ages to catch, but any self-respecting peasant pilgrim would have hopped on the back of a donkey if one was passing by. But I missed the bus, the only one for the day, didn't I? By 10 minutes. So it was a long, wet, thundery walk following the Rio Arca all the way. Great times.
café en la mesa, tu risa en el fondo, junio en la ventana y el tiempo tan lento, tus manos contando historias de ayer, un beso robado que aún puedo ver. Son buenos recuerdos que vuelven a mí.
So leaving Estella, pretty little town, and heading to Villa Mayor de Montjardin, I think it's called. Only about 10 kilometres. So fairly straightforward day to day, except I think there's a few hills to climb. Just leaving Villa Mayor de Montjardin, and about 8 o'clock in the morning, low cloud, pretty cold, bit of wind about, and if I look the other way, pretty grey, not supposed to be any rain. 20k today to San Sol, and then I can put my feet up. Might be Los Arcos around the corner there. Very pleasant walk in the cool. Probably another 20 minutes to go if you want to stop and have a coffee. To make up time, I decided to hire a bike to cross the Meseta. The Meseta is a vast plateau in northern Spain. It is mostly very flat, and in the summer very hot. In the spring it's very green. Towns are more sparse and the days can be very long. But there's always old new friends to stumble across, like Mario from Chile and Gary from Nebraska. The top of the long climb up out of Castro Jerez. Here I met Jenny from Australia. She was walking, not riding. Long climb, I said. Gives you plenty of time to think. She took a drag on her smoke and said, I know, and you know what? I've been waiting for some inspirational thoughts, but there's nothing there. Just how sore my feet are. I was never much of a walker. I know people who are, and all power to them. But it seemed like a pointless exercise to me when there's lots of other ways of getting from A to B. The Buddhists have this idea that constant repetition of a simple task clears the mind. Catholics have for centuries recited the rosary. Same idea, maybe. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this. Whatever, it seems to be getting easier as the days go past. Of course, as I'm leaving the Meseta behind, there are 2 big climbs to come. Here's the first one, up to Fontebedone, the highest point on the Camino. One of the highlights of the Camino Frances is the cruise to Ferro. Traditionally, pilgrims carry a rock, which they take with them to place at the foot of the cross to represent some unburdening of a weight that they've been carrying through their lives. There's now a little bit of Darwin at the base of the cross. The old lady explained to Mario that the owner of the sheep had taken off and she had to round them up and get them home, and she was very unhappy about it. Mario's Chilean Spanish works in Spain. Galicia in the spring. There must be few prettier places in the world. When you've just finished the last serious climb up to Ocebrero, it feels like it's all downhill from here. Sometimes the Middle Ages never seems that far away. And then there were two. Our daughter Verity joined me in Saria. She has been working as a photographer in Vancouver in Canada and had a 2-week gap available, so she decided to do the Camino as well. To qualify for a Compostela certificate, the minimum distance required is 100 kilometres. So from Saria onwards, the Camino is much more crowded. Oh, and you might notice the standard of photography is significantly improved as well.
Real. Life's a journey, winding road. Carry on, lighten the load. Through the storm and sunshine, smile. Walk this path mile by mile. Hands held tight in unity. Love our only remnant below. Through the storm and sunshine, smile. Walk this path mile by mile. Hands held tight in unity. Love our own